Welcome to Weekly Strategy. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. This is your team profile, where you can find stats and play calling information about. Choose focused players each week who will earn extra XP. You can also unlock. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk. This player's development trait is hidden. Here are a player's motivations. This is the player card. Here you can see this is the abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has and what effects they have in game. It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Broncos and the Hawks, next on Madden Football. It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 48 rematch. It's the Broncos and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Bobby, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Now Williams running left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 4. Throwing Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Nix to the air. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And he's still been looking for that one situation to allow all of his talents to come together. He's hoping that he found it here. Plenty of playmakers on the outside and a team that's willing to run the football to let his talent shine.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Perfect start to the season. Find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Nix. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. To throw is Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Darnold now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Walker has it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Walker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DJ Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw, here's Nix. That's to the former Lion, Josh Reynolds. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Denver.
Let's go now.
To throw is Nix. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can...
He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there is no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer. And they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Strong running at the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to the air with Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. Kyler Murray with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The rookie Jaden Daniels taken number 2 overall with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Here goes set. Hey, set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Winds up incomplete.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold them to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving them the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Back to throw. Nix.
Slant pass. He's got Reynolds.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
And Darnold just beating the play clock.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
Back to throw now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
Quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's complete to Troutman right side.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Walker with another carry.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
At the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
54 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, nice move. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
Pushing his way through. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Greg Dulcich.
27 yards.
And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Flushed out, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now Darnold.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Darnold.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now it's Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And some room to maneuver. There he goes again. DK Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the